welcome to another video. If this is the first time you are seeing me, I am usually more organized than this. I am the Hermit Tarot and this is my YouTube channel. Full disclosure, this is my second time doing an intro. Unfortunately, this video did not turn out to be what I had originally planned, but because of my spiritual beliefs, I do believe that it's the video that I ultimately was meant to do. Now, as you may have seen with the title, we're asking Spirit, who is still holding on to you? And the irony of this video, I can almost laugh about it, is that I had a very close family member pass away during the creation of this reading. So throughout this reading, for each of the groups, we will be channeling messages through my spiritual team and through your spiritual team. There'll be a portion at the end where we ask your angels for advice on the connection. And I just think it's beautiful that, although it wasn't my intention when I started this reading, the beautiful soul who passed during this reading is one of the angels who guides us. I'm filming your intro after I've filmed all your groups, so I do know what lies ahead, and I do know that each group contains a lot of information, a lot of helpful guidance, and a lot of wisdom from the angels and ancestors that chose to participate in this reading. So hopefully there is a message for you here. I originally hoped to do 4 readings, but you can imagine it was very hard for me to do this reading and to focus on channeling energy. So I'm only going to do 3 groups. I've made that decision after filming group 3's reading, and hopefully if this reading is meant for you, it has found you. Speaking of the groups, as you can see, we have 1, 2, and 3 in front of us. Group 1 has the rose quartz crystal, and group 1 will also have the Family Harmony card in the Flower Therapy Oracle Cards deck. The Family Harmony card is the chrysanthemum card in this deck, and it says, your loved ones form a strong pillar of support, embrace their love, and put past issues behind you. Group 2 will have the amethyst crystal and the Cleanse Your Energy African Violet card in the Flower Therapy Oracle deck. And this card says, when you release negativity, the answer to your question shines through. Group 3 over here will have the Hydrangea, which is the first step card in the Flower Therapy Oracle deck. And the Hydrangea card is connected to the agate crystal. The message at the bottom of this card says, breaking down this problem into tiny pieces makes it easier to take the first step. So those are the 3 groups. I'm going to leave them in frame while I talk about your extended readings. So each of the groups will have an extended reading where we will discuss this person's thoughts, feelings, intentions, regrets, and next actions towards you. So in order to go there, you do need to start here. We'll start on YouTube, having a look at who is still holding on to you, why are they still holding on to you, what is the outcome of this energetic exchange, and what advice do your angels have for you. And then in the extended reading, we'll have a look at this person's thoughts, feelings, intentions, regrets, and next actions. So now that you have all your information, take your time selecting a group, pause the video if you need to, go back if you need to look closer at the objects, and if you want some assistance connecting with your intuition to intuitively select a group, I will be playing the 1-minute meditation clip right after this one. It is a guided meditation and it can be very helpful in connecting you to your intuition. When you know where you need to go, click on the timestamps in the pinned comments or in the description box and join me in your reading. So the first thing I want you to do with me is to take in 2 deep, mindful breaths. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, and out, 2, 3, 4, and in, 2, 3, 4, and out, 2, 3, 4. Now I want you to focus on clearing your mind. It's natural to have thoughts racing at this point. I want you to embrace each thought as it comes and let it slip as quickly as it came in. Focus on clearing and balancing out these thoughts so that they come and go without a desire to be attached to them. And now, with a rested mind, I want you to think of the first group that comes to your mind. It may be a number, it may be an object that I showed you. It could be a specific color, it could be a feeling that you felt when I showed you each of the groups today. When you are ready and when you feel confident, select your group and join me in your reading. Group 1, and welcome to your reading. If you recognize the Family Harmony Chrysanthemum card or this Rose Quartz Crystal Heart, then this is going to be your reading. Welcome, sweet souls. Now, your card said your loved ones form a strong pillar of support. Embrace their love and put past issues behind you. The topic of this video is who is still holding on to you. So this card and this crystal definitely give us a bit of energy to go off. Whoops, not me dropping it. It kind of indicates to me that whoever is holding on to you, they are really probably a family member, or there's someone who feels like your family have influenced this situation for better or for worse. They think that in order for your connection to move forward, they need the support of not only you, but your loved ones, the people around you. I really think that this person is a family member. I also think that they are someone who holds a lot of love for you. I think that regardless of whatever happened between the two of you, they will still have love for you. And there's this energy here of we can put the past behind us. So I'm curious to see more about who this person is, so I'm not going to delay any time. I'm going to shake the boggle box and we're going to get initials. I don't have complete faith that all of you thousands of people who will be watching this will get the initials that are most important for you, but you may find your initials or the person's initials, and these will act as additional confirmation on top of the cards that I pull for you. So Spirit, what is the initials, or what initials may be most helpful for group 1 to identify who is still holding on to them? Okay, so let us have a look. We have the letter W, O, E, P, H or H, N, V, N, S, O, E, B, another N, I, Y, H. So this does happen. There are some double ups. We can kind of remove them, which will help us see exactly what came out for you without all of the double ups. So just to clarify, you got 3 N's, 2 H's, 2 E's, and 2 O's. Interesting. Let's see if we can see any. I'm seeing soy. Spanish could be a significant language for some of you. I'm hearing lots of Spanish words, and I don't even speak Spanish as well as I want to. I've still got to continue my lessons. I'm also hearing Pele, so maybe soccer or football is significant. B is coming through as burger, also Bert, or a nickname that starts with B. It might not be their government name is what I'm hearing. A lot of older names that you wouldn't expect a younger person to have. The female name Enid is also coming through, and Edna. Eldridge is coming through for some reason, older names. I'm seeing nuts with the N. So somebody might like to eat nuts, like almost obsessively. I'm seeing someone peel the shells and eating them. So maybe like they like to peel the shells off peanuts or pistachios. The P is significant here, peanuts or pistachios. But they may have grown the nuts themselves, or they may get the nuts from like farmers markets where they're having to, remove the shell off it as well. And this Y is making me think of yams. This person may prefer to eat organically, or they may grow their own food. There's coming through as a naturalist, someone who's quite connected to nature. V is coming through as a strong sense of like this person's name could be like Victor, Vince. Yeah, I feel like this person, when they talk, they may have a very commanding sort of presence. That doesn't mean that they're loud, but I feel like when this person talks, like people listen. Their communication seems to really command the room. What's this W about, Spirit? Wet. Ugh, why was things wet? Wet, sweat. Y'all may live in humid places, or they may live in a humid place. Why would they be wet? Maybe your last memory with them, y'all went swimming, or they got wet in the rain. Rain seems significant. I'm also hearing waning, so yeah, your relationship with them is waning. But we know that because we're here asking Spirit, who is still holding on to you? What else can you tell us, Spirit? Why? There could be a lot of unanswered questions between the two of you. Maybe you never got a conversation that offered closure. Why is a very prominent question coming through. Why? There may have been other people involved, but you could have felt like this person kind of directed a lot of their conflict towards you. So I'm seeing why why me? Yeah, for some reason there's a lot of questions of like why that happened to you, the viewer, when it comes to this person. Why didn't they direct that towards someone else? H is coming through as another name. I'm hearing Horace. All these old names, Horace. I'm also hearing horse, so as in like a hoarse throat from yelling or crying or screaming. Hoarse throat. What else, Spirit? I think that's everything, my sweet souls. So we're going to put your boggle box to the side, and I'm going to pull some cards. We'll figure out who this person is. I definitely feel like they're a family member. That's what's coming through the strongest. If you feel like there's somebody else holding on to you, you could have messages in a different group. But this is coming through as a family member. They could be older than you, or they may just have an old name. Spirit, who is still holding on to my group ones? Who is still holding onto my group ones? Okay, the first card that I have, and I'm using the Robin Woods Tarot deck. We have the Page of Cups reversed. So this is somebody that owes you an apology with that card coming out. The person that's holding on to you owes you an apology. They may be someone that's close to you in age. even if they are slightly older. There's an energy here of, I acted immaturely, I'm sorry. I also think that this person could be someone who feels like the two of you have unfinished emotional business. There is an emotional connection here, a foundation of love, but it feels like with this Page of Cups reversed, we have unresolved issues with this person. We know that we're not getting along right now. And I have a feeling that your disruptions in your connection is impacting other people that you love and care about, each of you. This is somebody who you may have not heard from in a while. Pages often carry messages, and with that card reversed, it's likely that you're either blocked from each other's contact or you just haven't heard from them in quite some time. A Page of Cups always makes me think of someone who we used to have a lot of maybe fun communication with, maybe even lighthearted communication, maybe the kind of communication that was really joyful and kind of made us smile. When that energy is reversed, it feels like the communication has soured up. It feels like we're almost having to go out of our way to feel happy to see this person, or anything we do communicate with them doesn't come from a loving place anymore. What else can you tell us about who is still holding on to my group 1 spirit? What else can you tell us? We have the Page of Pentacles, so 2 pages, 2 messengers, 2 young energies. This person could be your twin. They could be someone who people said that's your twin as well, if they're not biologically. You two are close or were close, and you may have been close in age as well. If you have multiple cousins or multiple siblings, this person was the closest to you in age. I'm not getting a romantic connection. I am getting a bond though. I feel with these 2 pages, this was someone who you felt quite bonded to. I also feel like this was someone who felt like maybe with this Page of Pentacles, it felt like the two of you would have the opportunity to develop together. I see a Page of Pentacles as someone who's full of potential, as someone who has a lot to offer, and as someone who is welcoming on a change in their lives, a development to their character. It can often represent someone undertaking an apprenticeship or a traineeship. So this could have been someone that was working for you, or you were working for them, or there could have been an energy here of learning something together and trying to explore something together. I do see this Page of Pentacles as a youthful, curious energy that really wants to learn. And I feel like overall, my group 1s, there is this feeling of kindredness, you two having a bond that was going to take things further. Now, I do want to get some messages from your bottom deck energy, because I'm feeling like that's the most that I can pull from those 2 cards. So having a look at the bottom deck card, we have the King of Wands coming out. And this King of Wands is really kind of highlighting some sort of plan that didn't work out. A King of Wands is often an ambitious energy, someone who has a plan, a strategy, and an ambitious goal in mind. And when it's reversed, it feels like in this case, that goal just didn't work out. That plan just didn't work out. The two of you never got that chance to expand things the way that you wanted to, or to see things through. It could feel like this was someone who you started something with and then plans fell apart. I also think with this King of Wands reversed, you two may have had a moment in which you got to see the worst sides of each other. When a King of Wands breaks, they often explode. They can have a strong sort of anger to them and a temperamental streak where 1 minute they're level-headed, they're keeping it all together. Next minute they're almost having an outburst, and they seem uncontrollable, and their frustrations are easily projected and affected by those around them. So it could have felt like you saw the worst of this person. I definitely feel like this person got very upset with you, or you got very upset with them. I'm also getting a defensiveness, a protectiveness. It feels like this is an energy that needs to protect itself. And this person and you may have made decisions because of this outburst that meant that you had to put yourself first. You couldn't rely on this person, on what they had to do, on what they had to say. You really just had to put yourself first with this King of Wands reversed. I feel like this person, when they are in their prime, and when you're not getting the worst of them, they are someone who seems to have a lot of gumption. They are someone who seems to be ambitious, creative, passionate, driven, but they didn't execute it well. They weren't able to execute it well with you, which is why it feels like they owe you an apology. So that's what's coming through as who this person is. In my opinion, that's quite specific, so hopefully that's been helpful. They could have fire placements, specifically Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. They could have earth, which is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or water. That's what's coming through strongly. So all the signs except for air. The water signs are Pisces, Scorpio, and of course Cancer. The strongest energy that's coming through is one that's a bit stubborn. I feel like you and this person could have, would have, should have amended things sooner, but there's a feeling here of no. Like, I'm being defiant, regardless of what other people say, of what other people want for me and us. I need to stand my ground. This person may also be focusing on their career or really developing their sense of character right now. They may have started a project that is preoccupying them. It could have to do with a home, or their home, if they've recently bought a home or they're renovating it. And that's where their attention seems to be. It's focused on their material lifestyle and bettering their character through the way that they build and learn right now. So that's what I'm seeing. Let's have a look at why this person is still holding on to you. I do want to get an angel card for this. And we're going to get tarot, because the angel cards are insightful but not specific. So tarot can help us get a bit more specific there. Spirit. Actually, let's put these two tarot cards back. And we're going to put this out of the way for now as well. Spirit, why is this person holding on to my group ones? Why is this person holding on to my group ones? Why is this person? Thank you, Spirit. Okay, the card that I have for you is Premonition, Prophecy. So this person has been picking up on your energy, and they feel a sense of, okay, so this is what I'm getting, is there's something about this person's energy towards you that feels out of their control, as if they've been receiving insights and visions in an ethereal way. They feel as though an ancestor may have been guiding them back towards you, especially if you share kinship with this person. They feel as though a common ancestor is encouraging them to discuss what happened between the two of you, to rejuvenate things. And they feel as though it's in their hands to initiate this gesture. They also feel as though between the two of you, they're the ones that seem to need to open up more about their emotions. There is an emotional aspect to their desire to hold on to this connection. And there is an emotion that they need to discuss with you. So I'm going to pull tarot and we'll figure out what that emotion is. Spirit, Why is this person still holding on to group 1? Why is this person still holding on? Okay, we have the Chariot. This person may have been planning to take action towards you. The Chariot does make me think of family again because of Cancer. So it makes me think of like parents and children. This person may be holding on to you because you have children, or because they have children, or you may have children together. It's a parental influence as well. If you are siblings or cousins, your parents may be strongly encouraging this person to take action towards you. But at this stage, it's not a question of who is still holding and why, but also just when, because I think that this person is planning on taking action towards you. So they are holding on to this connection because they are intending on taking action towards you soon. This action is influenced by the fallout. It's influenced by the lack of progress that y'all have made and the lack of balance that's been in your connection. This person's curious about where your mind is at, and they're curious to know where your headspace is and what you think of them, what you think about the situation, whether you've changed your mind about anything, or whether you still stand where you stood when things fell apart. Is there any other indication of why this person is still holding on to group 1? Okay. We also have the Moon. So there's our emotional aspect. This person intends on opening up about how they feel. And the way that they feel is much less confused. The last time you communicated with this person, their emotions may have been uncertain. I'm hearing my emotions were clouded, especially if this person has a protective streak. It feels like they may have been protecting somebody else, or they were protecting themselves. Their emotions aren't as clouded. They're not as confused. They intend on opening up and explaining more of their point of view. This person comes through as quite an objective energy. They may be able to usually step outside themselves and discuss themselves objectively, their feelings objectively. But when it came to you, it feels like they didn't do that. And so their intentions in why they're holding on to you is to open up more and to be able to really give you a bit more clarity about their emotions. And this is also influenced by their character development. Any changes that has happened to this person's lifestyle has made them more aware of what they want and what they want to work on. This person is holding on to you because there is still hope here in being able to develop this connection, in being able to have some sort of rekindling here. I think the word on the other card was rejuvenation. It was, but the Page of Pentacles makes me think of someone who is out here trying to gain experience, and we may not always know exactly what to do. We may not always handle ourselves well. We're gonna make mistakes when we're a page because we're naive, because we aren't as educated yet. But the key word there is yet. This person intends on maturing, and they're holding on to this connection in hopes that they can mature and that you can mature. So let's have a look at what the outcome is between the two of you now. What is the outcome, Spirit? I'm going to use tea leaves, apparently. Tea leaf oracle deck. What is the outcome of this connection? What is the outcome of this connection? Okay. I have February coming out first. There's also a card on the ground. Where did it go? Oh, it's all the way over there. I'm not going to take it because it didn't land face up. We also have hills, and I'm just going to shuffle this portion of the deck just in case there's messages there. What is the outcome, Spirit, of this connection? This deck is very talkative. We have hand, obstacles to overcome, in need of help, assistance, and guidance. So I feel like the outcome of this connection is that there could be somebody mediating between the two of you. There could be someone really kind of stepping up and wanting to actively heal this connection and assist in guiding this connection forward. The two of you may see more progress around the month of February, whenever that is relevant, because this is a timeless reading. But February also makes me think of winds of change, especially in this deck. If you're in the Northern Hemisphere, that's when things are turning from winter into spring, and we notice a shift in the climate, in the wildlife, and this can also shift our well-being. If you are in a cold place, you can notice yourself experiencing more happiness because the sun is out for longer. If you're in the Southern Hemisphere, this is when things shift from summer into autumn, and that winds of change can influence you by kind of giving you time to reflect on your holiday period and to think about the way that you want this year to truly start. I think that most of us get wrapped up in all of the holidays that occur in December, and then the month of January can feel like a whirlwind because a lot of us are getting back into work. The school period starts in the Southern Hemisphere and it can just feel very overwhelming. So February is the month of really pulling your kind of head in and recalibrating for the year ahead. So I do think for February to be here, that this connection is going to experience change and progress once certain big milestones, events are out of the way. There are obstacles to overcome. You and this person are likely to re-trigger each other in order to hash things out, and mediation is strongly encouraged because it feels like you need an objection, like you need to be objectively working towards a solution. Otherwise, you're both still going to be focused on problems, and reconciliation is not going to happen easily. It's going to have to happen on your individual terms as well. So I don't see this happening overnight, but I do think that it is possible at this stage. So let's get some advice for you from your higher self, from your angels. Spirit, what is the advice for my group 1 viewers when it comes to this connection? What is the advice? What is the advice? Okay, we have an angel card. We have daydream, imagination, allow your mind to wander, quiet time. Your angels and your spiritual team are strongly encouraging you to think before you act when it comes to this connection. Tune into your inner peace, your inner world, and identify what you want from this connection. Because if it doesn't feel like the right time to disrupt your peace, then you should not feel rushed. I think that this is a connection that needs more time, and I think that when the right time to reconnect will happen, it'll happen somewhat naturally, but it is not in your best interest to succumb to external pressure to reconcile. I think that other people may really want reconciliation here, and you may have other people really wanting a certain outcome, but it's up to you, and you really need to kind of imagine what that looks like for you as well. Imagine what moving forward in this connection would look like, and really think about what you would need, and certain expectations you may have, as well as certain boundaries that you may need to have moving forward in order for this to work. I think you also need to imagine how having this person back in your life could possibly benefit your life, as well as how it could harm certain changes that you've made. And that's where, through looking at the negative repercussions, we can establish some boundaries and some expectations. It's really important that you give yourself plenty of time to do this and that you don't feel rushed. Group 1, that is what I'm seeing for you when it comes to who is still holding on to you. I hope this was a helpful reading on YouTube. I'm going to take your reading into the extended on my website now, where I will have a better look at this person's thoughts, feelings, intentions, regrets, and next actions towards you. If that sounds interesting and if you need that additional clarity, the link to extended readings is in the description box as well as the pinned comment. That link does take you to a page on my website where I host each group's extended reading. So please take time to make sure that you're selecting the right group. Remember, you're the Family Harmony card, which was actually chrysanthemum, and you had the rose quartz crystal as well. You are my group ones of the Who Is Still Holding On To You reading that I posted on YouTube in October 2024. Wow, this year's gone fast. So if this is where we're parting ways, I wish you peace, prosperity, abundance, happiness, health, wealth, success, and joy on your journey ahead. Thank you for letting me be a part of your journey and letting me read for you. Remember that at the end of the day, you are the oracle in your life. Trust your inner wisdom, trust your higher wisdom, and look after your beautiful self. Until we meet again, bye. Hi my group 2s, and welcome to your reading. If you recognize the amethyst crystal or the African violet card right here, then this is going to be your reading. We're asking Spirit, who is still holding on to you, group 2? We're going to be asking why and what is the outcome, as well as advice, and there is going to be an extended reading. If the first part of your reading resonates and you want those extended messages, I will cover more information on that extended reading at the end of this one. So let's talk about it, group 2. First things first, the color purple is very significant to your group. The person who is still holding on to you is someone who it feels you may have been trying to cleanse your energy from. It feels like this person may be someone who is still attached to you in somewhat of a negative way, and it could be that you have used the color purple as a power color, as a color of reclaiming your personal space, as well as reclaiming your power, like your energy. There is something about this person's energy that does feel really psychically connected to you. They may do certain things that consciously link them to you in an attempt to infiltrate like your psyche, or they may just be somebody who you have dreams of from time to time, and this in turn roots them in your psyche. But there's some sort of connection here to your intuition that this connection has, either because you're actively seeking clarity on this connection or because you're subconsciously still connected to this person. Very interesting. I do want to move this card out of the way. I'm going to pull some initials to figure out who this person is. Now, these initials could be yours or theirs. My intention is to try to get their initial and to use this as additional confirmation of your messages. But if it doesn't resonate, please don't let it take away from the messages. We're going to be pulling tarot cards after this to have a look at who this person is and how you can identify them. Spirit, please help me to pull initials for group 2. Who is still holding on to group 2? Okay, from the Boggle Box, we have the letters B, U, T, G, R, O, T, N, L, U, T, E, E, T, L, P. Now, if we take away all the duplicates, we're left with B, U, N, L, P, T, O, R, E, G. I'm seeing Gore and Tor. Now, at the time that I'm filming this, we're only a few days away from Halloween, so spooky season could have something to do with your connection to this person. It may remind you of this person or vice versa. But I'm also hearing tore as in like an injury. This person may have injured a tendon or a muscle. I feel like this person makes a lot of excuses. I'm seeing but. Makes a lot of excuses. Like they always have an answer for everything. I also saw the word bun and bunny. That could have been someone's nickname. Or there could be the rabbit bunny as a connection. Bun could be the hairstyle, could be the food. All those T's made me think of the word little as well. I'm getting the energy of this person being an ex for some of you. And they might have had very manipulative tendencies, making you feel little. What else, Spirit? Pore. Skincare is what comes to mind. P-O-R-E, pore. Skincare. There's also so many different ways to spell pore. P-O-O-R, P-O-U-R. I'm also seeing pour, like por favor. Por favor. Interesting. Let is coming to mind. I let you. There's something about reclaiming your power when it comes to this connection. You only did that because I let you. This could be the kind of person where when you give them an inch, they take a mile. And so you have to be really careful about boundaries with someone like this. I'm also hearing run. So some of y'all ran away, or you were given the intuitive hit to run from this person. Alrighty. I think that's all I can see for the initials, so let's get some tarot out. I'm a little afraid of this person's energy. Spirit, who is still holding onto my group twos? Who is still holding? Oh, I've got to shuffle this a bit better apparently. Who is still holding on to my group twos? Who is still holding onto my group twos? Okay, we have the Queen of Wands reversed, Page of Swords reversed. Yeah, this definitely feels like an ex or a scorned lover who may not have ever dated, they just feel scorned. Seven of Pentacles, patient. Definitely give me voyeurism. This person likes to keep an eye on you, although with the Page of Swords reversed, you may have blocked them. Four of Swords. Yeah, you haven't spoken to this person in months. Why are they still holding? Oh, well, I won't ask that yet. We have the Two of Pentacles at the back of the deck. Okay. What an interesting person, to say the least. Actually, this is at the back of the deck, the Knight of Wands. I will take it. It's kind of like fitting a puzzle together. The Two of Pentacles was a card that came out with the Four of Swords. It wasn't at the back of the deck. Okay, so having a look at your cards, the first thing I'm noticing is that this person's energy feels contradictory, so they may present differently. Sorry, I just need to wipe my nose. In front of people. This person may be known very differently behind closed doors. The person that they seem to be behind closed doors is very different to the person that they are once you get to know them. And they come across as somebody who is temperamental. This does give me ex vibes, but it could also be ex fling or like an ex friend, because there is a clear absence of communication between you and this person. There is a clear distinction of going a period without without contact, sorry. So it seems to be quite important to each of you that you don't maintain this connection for the sake of it. I'm seeing a line being drawn in the sand and a distinctive action to distance yourself from this person. I also feel like this is somebody who there was potential with. You maybe had invested a lot of time and energy into this connection, to the point where it was probably taken for granted. I think that we had to abandon progress in this situation, and we had to start thinking of alternative, I'm hearing endings, but it could also be alternative futures, because there is a feeling here of like, as much time and effort that we put into this, it's just not worth further disruption. So there's something about this connection that was very disruptive. Is there anything else you can tell us about this person, Spirit? How will my group 2s identify this person? This Queen of Wands makes them someone that's hard to miss. To you, they're somebody with a temper, with an anger issue, someone who could be quite prideful, selfish, especially when they don't get their own way. But I feel like behind closed doors, this is probably somebody who's very charming, like as in they close doors to publicly present themselves as someone charming. I see that they're quite insecure, constantly comparing themselves to others, to you, riddled with insecurity. They also come across someone who's quite frustrating. I'm hearing frustrating to be around. So like once you get to know them better, they're not very good at self-regulating. And so they use people around them to help regulate their moods. They also have an impulsive streak, a hot and cold nature. I feel like there's part of this person that is selectively patient, if that's a thing. Selectively patient. Because there's other times where they just come across as very brash and, I don't want to say irrational, but like, it feels like they do things without really thinking of the consequences. And they have the tendency to minimize other people's issues. I think this person is used to being in the spotlight in some way, getting attention in some way, but they're also extremely uncomfortable with the amount of attention they get if they're not feeling and looking their best. I'm hearing for some of you this person is recognizable, like they could be well known in their community. But to you, I feel like you got to see a completely different side to them. This person may be someone that could be quite popular. They seem to be very aware of their public image. And they also come across as somebody who I'm hearing has a lot of options. In terms of how you know them, this seems to be someone who you've removed from your life. They aren't necessarily a big part of your story, but they are a big part of your current defenses. And you may be trying to actively distract yourself from tugging on this connection energetically. You may have recently dreamt of this person. You may have recently made a decision to reduce time around them or contact with them. With the Two of Pentacles reversed, there's an energy here of cutting back the amount of time put into this. The Two of Pentacles reversed makes me think of a lifestyle change. You may have started seeing them less because you moved away, or they moved away, or routines changed. But I can't help but feel like some of you guys may have literally just blocked them because you just couldn't keep up with their energetic demands. I do think you and this person had competitive vibes going on. It was probably a healthy competition for the most part, but there's also an aspect of this that feels insecure. I think there's part of you that doesn't trust this person 100%, and if they are an ex-friend especially, you're trying to limit the amount of information you tell them about your life. If they're an ex-lover, it feels like you're trying to limit the amount of information they have on you in general, because you probably have mutual friends or you have similar interests, and so you're trying to do what you can to make changes to your lifestyle and to your daily routine so that you don't accidentally run into this person again. I do think that this person was probably somebody who had the tendency, like, I can't help but feel like they had the tendency to be very, what's the word? It's not like they were an alpha or anything, but like demanding, energetically demanding. Are there any other hints, Spirit, that you can give us about Group 2 and who this person is? Who is still holding on to Group 2, Spirit? I'm putting my hands together like this while I'm talking. I didn't even know I was doing it, and I feel like I'm doing it to protect myself. So some of y'all may have prayed about this connection. Some of y'all may have done something to make sure that this person doesn't have any more access to you or physical access to you. It's very interesting. I don't usually do this gesture unless I'm trying to limit like my openness body language wise. There's something about this energy that comes across very strong, and it's quite draining. That's what I'm seeing, sweet souls. I might have to move forward. That is who. I want to have a look at why now. So if that resonates, we're going to keep pushing forward. If it's not resonating, you may have messages in a different group. But I'm going to pause your video, pack up your cards, cleanse my energy, and then have a look at why this person is still holding on to you. Righty, my Group 2s, I am back. I've cleansed my energy. I feel a lot better, and I would strongly encourage you to do the same, because look at your card. Holy, I actually forgot about that. All right, we're going to follow through. As I said, we're going to ask Spirit now, why? Why is this person still holding on to you? Why is this person still holding on to my Group 2s? Why is this person still holding on to my Group 2, Spirit? Okay. We have the King of Wands. This card has come out a lot for my previous group as well. We have the King of Pentacles reversed. Why is this person still holding on to my Group 2s, please, Spirit? We have the Four of Cups. Okay. And we have the Seven of Swords reversed. Okay. At the back of the deck is the Wheel of Fortune. So to put it simply, this person feels like they missed out on an opportunity with you. This person feels like they may have received misfortune because of the way that they treated you. And this person believes that some of the unfortunate events that they've been through has occurred to them because of you, because of this connection. And so I can't help but feel an energy here of spite, as well as an energy of like, it's because of you. This person is being dealt bad karma with the Wheel of Fortune reversed. And there's part of them that believes that this connection is the reason why. Now, I just want to, before I go on, I just want to say that like, this is their energy. This does not have to be your truth. This is just one side of the conversation. We're really just channeling their energy. So before I continue forward, I highly encourage you to protect yourself, cleanse your space, cleanse your energy, keep your energy strong. Just because this energy has opinions doesn't mean that's your truth. Okay? So let's have a look. First things first, I can see someone that's very stubborn. Someone that's very stubborn. They're holding on to you because they don't like losing. This is an ambitious person who's used to winning. They're used to getting what they want, and they're used to having things handed to them. I'm hearing on a silver platter, but also because of their persistence. They're very stubborn. And there's a bit of shame in that. Like this person's inability to let go, like a pit bull with lockjaw. It's a part of their pride. It's a big part of their ego. And it is a huge character flaw with the King of Pentacles reversed. This is an impatient, ambitious person who isn't used to being told no. This person does feel like they were cheated, even if they are the one that cheated you. My viewer, this person feels as though they were cheated out of a connection with you. And they don't like to feel this way. I can also see with the Seven of Swords reversed that another reason why they're holding on to you is because they want to set the record straight. There's something about deception and cheating and character flaws. They need to set the record straight. This is somebody who, with the Seven of Swords reversed, seems to have been very sneaky, and there may be gossip around what happened between the two of you, and I can't help but feel like this person cares about what those other people think. They care about what other people have to say about their public reputation. And so they may be actively feeding into some of these rumors to try to salvage their name. Now, I feel with the Four of Cups here that this is also someone who's bored. And during periods of boredom, they may enter these states where they get really riled up on and fueled on drama. I just feel like they expected more out of this connection, out of you. They expected more from this situation. This is somebody who knows a good thing when they see it. And they saw you as someone full of potential. Now, the levels of this person's personality vary depending on your individual unique experiences. I am reading for a lot of people, and a lot of people seem to pick group 2, so I won't go ahead and categorize this person as one, type of person specifically. There is a scale. And on the extreme end of the scale, this could have been somebody very narcissistic, very self-serving, with very little regard for others. On the other side of the scale, this was just a selfish person who didn't think about how their actions would affect you, and they had a moment of weakness. But for those who resonate, I really think that this was somebody who knew what they were doing, and their only regret is that they got caught or that other people found out. That's what this feels like. It's like, dang, if only I didn't get caught. If only other people didn't find out. Now my public reputation is coming into question. Now my secrets are out. My behavior wasn't sneaky enough. That's what this feels like. So in your extended reading, I have not finished yet. I just want to say that there's so much more that I want to discuss when it comes to this person and their psyche. But your extended reading is where we truly get into their psyche. We're going to have a look at this person's thoughts, their feelings, their intentions, their regrets, and their next actions towards you. So if that's curious, if that's something you want more information on, your extended reading is the place to go. The link will be in the description box in the pinned comment. Before we finish up here on YouTube, I'm going to ask Spirit, what is the outcome in this connection? And I do want to ask Tarot again. I'm not using many oracle cards for you guys because I think we just need specific, clear, direct answers. I know that this may not be as fun for you because I'm just using the same decks, but I don't want to mess this message up. I want to get as clear as I can about it. So Spirit, when it comes to my group twos, what is the outcome between group 2 and this person? What is the outcome? She's showing me the 8 of Wands. Sorry, when I channel through my spiritual team, and I have a lot of females on my spiritual team. A lot of ancestors. We have the 5 of Wands. Interesting. What is the outcome here, please, Spirit? What is the outcome? We have Temperance, and at the back of the deck is the King of Pentacles. So first things first, you keeping cool, calm, and collected is in your best interest. Your patience will be rewarded, especially when interacting with this type of personality. It seems that this is somebody who you have to be very balanced with. You not feeding into their insecurities is the best thing that you can do. Their outbursts, ignoring their outbursts, is the best thing that you can do. The 8 of Wands reversed, for a lot of you, this is that blocked communication. The energy has no momentum, so it will not continue. The 8 of Wands reversed is feelings of frustration because there may be a lack of closure, but it's also because energy is coming from one direction and one direction only. We aren't reciprocating, we aren't adding more fuel to the fire, and we aren't allowing that behavior to continue. We are cutting it off at the source, and we're being very careful about exposing ourselves to negative energy. You need to really protect your energy. 5 of Wands reversed. A lot of people seem to have opinions about this connection or about this person. There could be a lot of gossiping. There could be people on your side saying, why did you let this happen? Or wanting to have very strong opinions about what happened. But it's really important with this 5 of Wands reversed that we don't let other people's opinions impact what we know we need to do. You may have people even making you feel guilty for the way that this went down, making you feel guilty for how the situation was handled. You don't owe anybody anything. And at the end of the day, there seems to be a lot of voices, a lot of loud opinions. The outcome with the 5 of Wands reversed is that some people will be feeling guilty for the way that they thought, for what they said, because they weren't right. There's an energy here of the situation becoming less challenging, less talked about, and the loud voices becoming quieter. Next to that, we have Temperance. And my group 2s, Temperance is in your case a card of patience. It's also a card of self-restraint. And I say that with I just want to holy, this is very energetically demanding. And if your energy levels have been impacted recently, it could be because of this person, because of this connection. Protect yourself. Give yourself plenty of sustenance. Be mindful of how you invest your energy, and give yourself plenty of opportunity to be grounded, to take care of yourself, to heal. Temperance is about restoring balance internally and externally. In this case, in this connection, harmony can only be restored once we cut that energy off at the source. And then I do see a lot of success with the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles was your bottom deck energy group 2. And this is looking at material success, material prosperity, financial prosperity, energetic prosperity. You guys will receive abundant signs that removing this energy from your life was the right thing to do. More opportunities, more independence, more authority. I see with the King of Pentacles that you are destined to receive more once you cut off the energy source, once you remove the complications, the loud voices, once you give yourself time to heal, time to feel more balanced, then you will receive the prosperity you deserve, the good news you deserve, the financial, the material opportunities you deserve. Some of you will receive the stable home environment that you deserve once you cut this energy off at the source. I can't help but feel like this connection has impacted more than one aspect of your life. And I can see with the King of Pentacles being here that you're destined for success, for stability, for security. You're destined for long-term growth. And you're destined to kind of clear your character through your lack of reaction. People will figure out eventually that you weren't nearly as bad as what they thought in any capacity. If you're worried about your public reputation with the King of Pentacles upright, people are going to realize exactly who you are. And any bad names or a reputation is going to be corrected. You'll be seen as trustworthy, reliable, loyal, committed, strong, capable, independent, and a valuable leader. You just have to cut that energy out first. So let's get your closing advice from your spiritual team now. Spirit, what does Group 2 spiritual team want them to know? What advice does Group 2 spiritual team have for them? What advice? Okay. We have yellow. Interesting advice. That is the solar plexus chakra, Manipura. Interesting advice. Your spiritual team wants you to take deep breaths, especially if this person is actively triggering you. Do not react. Take deep breaths. Easier said than done, depending on our personalities, but take deep breaths and look for the signs, because you guys are being actively guided. Your spiritual team is actively showing you what you should be doing to protect your peace and to regain your sense of purpose and direction. So pay attention to the signs. You're a part of a bigger collective consciousness. You're never alone. and you are always being guided. Sacred geometry may also be significant to you in some way. You guys may be seeing sacred symbols. I'm seeing spirals more than anything, but sacred geometry also talks about the flower of life. But I'm also seeing spirals, circles. All right, so let's talk about yellow. This card says flexibility, adaptability, and personal power. For some of you, the dolphin animal could be significant in some way. Its spirit could be significant. Its nature could be significant. Its connection to the ocean could be significant. And I believe that they migrate depending on the seasons and the times of the year, so that could be significant. Now, with this yellow card, we see the solar plexus chakra Manipura. Sorry, my mouth is just giving up. My mouth is like, whew, this reading has been a journey. But let's talk about this Manipura energy. So, as advice, your spiritual team is encouraging you to stay open to possibilities, to be flexible on how the situation is going to work out. You guys are being directed towards adjacent opening doors, which may not have been a part of your original plan, but the solutions are coming to you. The situation is reminding you of your adaptability, your resilience, and your personal power, and you're being encouraged to step into your personal power and to have confidence in yourself. Withdraw the need to help others. This is the time to build confidence within self and to draw upon your inner strength. This energy feels very similar to the Chariot card in the tarot, and it reminds me of that resilience that you need within self to be able to feel confident enough to combat your fears and to take the action that you need to. Your spiritual team is encouraging you to have self-confidence and to recognize the opportunities for what they are. Don't be too proud to accept help. Don't be too proud to say yes, even if it wasn't a part of your original intention. Your priority is to cut off that negative energy, to heal, and then to grow. But you have to heal first. You have to remove the rot first before you can be expected to heal, let alone before you can be expected to grow. So that is what I'm seeing for you, my group 2s. I'm going to end your reading there. If you would like to extend your reading with me, the link is in the description box as well as the pinned comment. That link does take you to a page on my website where I host each group's extended reading. So please make sure you click on the right group and on the right reading. Remember your group 2 of the Who Is Still Holding On To You reading that I posted in October 2020. Oh my gosh. 2024, crazy times. Group 2 in your extended reading, we're going to have a look at this person's thoughts, feelings, intentions, regrets, and next actions towards you. It definitely brought a lot of clarity for group 1, and my goal is to try to leave you feeling empowered, informed, and as though you have the information that you need to be able to make the decisions that you deserve. So if that sounds interesting, as I said, link in the description box and the pinned comment. Thank you so much, Group 2, for all your time and your energy right here on YouTube. I appreciate all of your support. Thank you for letting me be a part of your journey and for letting me read for you. Until our paths cross again, I wish you peace, prosperity, abundance, happiness, health, wealth, success, and joy on your journey ahead. Look after your beautiful selves. Bye. My group 3s, and welcome to your reading. If you chose this beautiful first step hydrangea card with this agate crystal, then this is going to be your reading with me. We're asking Spirit, who is still holding on to you, group 3? And we are going to be clarifying why this person is still holding on to you, what the outcome of that connection will be, and we're going to get advice for you. There is also going to be an extended, so once we know who this person is and why they're holding on to you, the extended reading is more about this person's feelings, intentions, regrets, and next actions towards you. So essentially, we have to start here to get there. That's the whole point of the extended. It's also a wonderful way of supporting what I do here on YouTube for free. The extended reading is behind a paywall, so I highly encourage you to consider whether it is the clarity that you need and only contribute what you can afford. I never expect y'all to do that. Simply being here and exchanging energy with me is a wonderful way of supporting this community and what I do as well. With that being said, let's go ahead and have a look at who is still holding on to you. Spirit, please tune me into Group 3's energy. Please connect me with the collective of Group 3 so that I can offer them the most clear, honest messages about their reading. Who is still holding on to Group 3, Spirit? So there's a warmth about this person, I'm not going to lie. They might be somebody that you've forgotten more than anything. There's a fixation on you, that's for sure. This person's energy is dizzying, so that makes me think that they're very focused on you, almost as though they have tunnel vision. I'm getting a message of this person considering how to get your attention, how to draw you out. From what I can see with this hydrangea card, breaking down this problem into tiny pieces makes it easy to take the first step. This person may have been struggling to connect with you in the first place because their focus on you seems to be more about the fact that it's taking them so long to get closer to you and to actually engage with you in the way that they want to. I'm going to shuffle some Bogglebox dice, which will give us initials. These initials are intended to be your person's initials, but they may also be your own, and that happens in general readings to offer you additional clarity. If you don't find any initials here that resonate, please don't force it to fit. However, you also get messages from my initials. I forgot that this happens. I haven't done initials in a while. Somebody suggested that I do them, and I was like, oh, let me try. But yeah, for the other groups, I've been getting other messages. So let's see how we go. Spirit, what are the initials of this person who is still holding on to my Group 3s? Okay, first of all, I'm just going to say that the letter T is very significant. It just wouldn't come away from us no matter how much I shook it. I could see it in the Bogglebox every single time, no matter how much I shook. So the letter T is very significant. We also have the letter A, J, N, W, U, T again, E, A again, C, Z, I, S, F, W again, and D. You actually don't have a lot of repeats. I'm just going to take the repeats out. The other groups had a lot of repeats. You guys just got a lot of initials. So I'm seeing the word sway and SWAT. SWAT is showing up as an acronym, and I know you have SWAT teams. So what about that? That might be something this person says. So what about that? They may be cheeky, or they may use humor to deflect the seriousness in a situation. They may rely on humor to deflect seriousness in a situation. So what about that? The connotation seems sincere, not the connotation, the implications, like the way that this person talks seems sincere. But they feel like they don't stand out. They may feel like you're a distracted person, or you just have a lot on your mind, or you have a lot of other people distracting you. This feels like it could be a love interest, but it could also be someone who's trying to be closer to you, like a friend or even a family member. I'm seeing that this person could be annoying for some of you, like that annoying sort of younger family member, and you're just like, oh, leave me alone. Why do they always make us sit together at these events? But for most of you, it's not like you're not annoyed, you're just not noticing them. I'm also seeing water. So bodies of water could be significant to this connection or to your identity. It could also be significant to how you know this person. I'm getting like vacation vibes and traveling. So this person may be someone who lives at places that you visit, not necessarily places that you live in. Board games could be significant as well. I'm seeing dice and die. Board games. I'm also seeing diet. Dieting, trying to look our best. This person may be actively trying to glow up for you, my viewer, so that you'll see them in a new light. Actually, the word light is also significant for some reason. But like light clothing, light features. Light features relevant to culture. So like one culture's interpretation of light may not be another culture's interpretation of light features. Light. I'm also seeing there's an interesting message here of like lighting up a room and holding a lot of light. Okay, Jenga could be something that happened. For some of you, you met this person while you were traveling, and the situation was very like hostel vibes or like communal. You met this person in a group and they're still holding on to you. You may follow each other on social media and this person is still keeping up with you and actively connecting to you through your profile. I'm curious to see more about who they are and why they're still holding on to you. I'm also seeing just. There's something about this person that feels very balanced. They feel like the kind of person that would give good advice, you know, they don't lose their head too easily. When they do, it's like within reason. It's in situations where you would expect someone to be passionate or to be frustrated or to be upset. Quite balanced. They could have a lot of balanced energy within them, a lot of grounded energy within them. I'm thinking of Virgo more than anything, but Libra comes to mind. Sorry. I haven't had the best interactions with Libra people lately. Libra people give really good advice and they give so much patience when they have the capacity, but they don't always practice what they preach. So it's very interesting. Oh, that's probably karma for talking about Libras like that. But yeah, that's a bit contradictory. What else gives grounded vibes? No, not Taurus. I'm sorry, not Taurus. Taurus can be grounded, but too grounded. Their heels dig into the dirt and it can be their biggest downfall. I don't know. Let's not turn this into an astrology roasting session because we all got our deficits, let's be honest. I'm also seeing the word cut. So y'all could have really come into each other's lives and gone out of each other's lives quite quickly. Could have been very quick. It felt like it was just cut and dry. 1 minute here, next minute gone. That's what it feels like. And I'm also seeing awaits. And because we have all of these here too, awaits. This person is definitely waiting. I'm going to pull some tarot now to figure out who this person is. I'm also going to wipe my nose a little bit because that sneezing was not helpful. Was it a sneeze? I think it was. I can't remember now. All right. Spirit, who is still holding on to group 3? Who is still holding on to group 3? Okay, we have the 8 of Cups. We also have the Ace of Coins. Who is still holding on? We have the 5 of Cups reversed, and we have the 8 of Wands reversed. As quickly as I came is as quickly as I left, is what they're saying to me. As quickly as I came is as quickly as I left. Let me close this window so that we don't get that glare. All right. Let me just do that because it's not quite balanced. Okay, pull that down. Alrighty, where are we at here? I'm getting interesting messages. There's a split in this energy between emotional intention and desired outcome. This person may have initially remained quite emotionally distant because they were aware of the fact that, you know, things aren't necessarily permanent between us. They could have started as a stranger, and there was some sort of bonding here with this person where you felt a closeness to them, but it was quite clear from when you met that things could not grow beyond that. It wasn't going to be anything more than that due to a temporariness. And that temporariness may differ. I feel like I'm reading for so many people in group 3, so you guys may be a large group. But for some of you, it was because of physical distance. It was because of the fact that one of you was on holidays and you're not going to be here for very long. It was because of the fact that, you know, school ends and you know this person through school. Whatever it was a temporary situation. And so this person remained emotionally stoic in certain ways. Although the two of you felt close or bonded, there was this awareness within them that this is temporary, you know. We're not going to become more. So I'm going to protect my feelings and remain emotionally distant. With this Ace of Pentacles here, this is someone who I feel you felt a connection with, and that connection was quite promising. It felt like, you know, if you had more time, you could have really created something more significant, more meaningful out of this. Okay, my group 3s. I had to pause your video, but I am back, and I'm going to try to finish your reading. Not necessarily following on from where I left off, but hopefully adding more insight to what I was trying to communicate. So from memory, we're up to this Ace of Pentacles, and I'm just going to take a quick second to tune back into your energy. Spirit, tune me back into my group 3's energies so that I may offer them clear, honest messages about who is still holding on to them. Yeah, this Ace of Pentacles feels like this is someone who you had potential with. They recognize that this connection had potential, and it feels like you guys got off to a really great start. There was quality time invested. There could have even been some quality moments, some quality memories. There was a very significant gesture that hinted at a potential for more. And I feel like that's a very telling sign as to who this is, because the Aces of Pentacles aren't necessarily, the Aces in general, they aren't promises, but they are opportunities. And this person felt like an opportunity, and they felt like you were an opportunity. With this Five of Cups in the reverse position, it feels like this connection was one that ultimately could not go as far as you truly wanted it to. The Five of Cups reversed is recovering from a sense of loss and disappointment. So this is someone that you had to grieve or let go of, and you had to decide within yourself that the connection could not go any further. I can see with this Five of Cups that this was definitely a connection that possibly had a lot more potential than what it eventuated into. It feels like we didn't dwell on that sadness, we didn't dwell on it, but we didn't get the full closure. We didn't get the full clarity, which means that we didn't hear what this person truly felt. And we didn't get the opportunity to communicate our own feelings. We just had to settle for what we knew, and we had to accept what we felt. There may not have been an in-depth understanding, even if there were in-depth conversations. We still feel like we didn't get the emotional closure that we needed. With this Eight of Wands reversed, this is where we feel as though things are a little unsettled. This is a connection that didn't really complete a cycle. And although we had to emotionally distance ourselves and we had to accept the ending in order to allow ourselves to be emotionally available for the new beginnings, we still didn't feel like we actually got what we wanted out of that situation. I can see with the Eight of Wands in this reverse position, it's likely that this is someone who you feel a level of uneasiness about, because remembering them means remembering how the cycle ultimately stopped. And remembering them means remembering the fact that you weren't fully able to explore this connection. If it's a platonic connection, it could feel like you and this person's chemistry has fizzled out and you're not as involved in each other's lives as you expected to be. And while you could apply that to a romantic connection as well, I feel like for my romantic connections, this was definitely a connection that didn't get its full release. This may be someone who you didn't get to experience everything with. There may still be sexual tension, and there may also be a feeling of frustration about that emotional abandonment and that emotional, I don't want to say confusion, but it kind of feels like you're still in the dark a little bit. So that's who this person is. They definitely stand out, and I'm kind of curious now to see why they're still holding on to you. What are they expecting from that? So we're going to use the same deck because I feel like it really connects with your group. Spirit, for my group threes, why is this person still holding on to group three? Why is this person still holding on to group three? We have the Chariot upright. We have the Hierophant upright. Why is this person still holding on to group three, please, Spirit? We have the Seven of Pentacles reversed. And we do have the Ten of Swords showing itself as well in the reverse position. At the back of the deck is the Queen of Swords, but I'm also looking at the Queen of Wands, and both of them are reversed. it's interesting. The cards that chose to reveal themselves are cards of somebody who feels as though you got the wrong impression of them. This person is quite concerned about the way that you view their character. In their mind, they are not the person that they appear to be, and they don't feel proud about the way that they treated you. They feel as though your connection deserves more than what they were able to give and show to you. This person does feel as though you've made a significant impact on them. And the main reason that they are still holding on to you is because they hold you in quite a significant light. Like you're in your own lane. They feel like you're somebody who does not reflect or resemble a regular schmegala connection. What they felt with you was significant. Whether this is platonic or romantic, this person misses you. Now, if this is platonic, you two are the same gender. You are the exact same identification. However you identify, you are the same. And there was a kindred energy in that. There was a bonding experience in that. The fact that you are both similar and that you may feel similar, even though you had stark differences in terms of background or experience or physicality, there was this kindred energy in, well, at least we're in the same situation together and this is our bonding. Now, if this is romantic, there could have been a queer connection, but I feel like there was a mutual understanding in the fact that you have chemistry. Regardless of how you identify sexually, there was an understanding here. And I feel as though the main reason this person is still holding on to you is because they feel that what they did wasn't right. And they don't want to leave things the way that they are. This person feels guilty. They feel as though their lack of communication and action is a betrayal on the connection that they feel for you. And I can see that this person intends on traveling soon, possibly close to you or in your area or in a way that reminds them of you. This person's actions are the reason that they're still holding on to you, because there's something about what they're going to do next that reminds them of you, and it makes them think of you, and it makes them remember you. So with the Hierophant being in the middle, another reason why this person is still holding on to you is because there is a part of them that is actively still attached to the experiences you've had, to the words that you've communicated to them, and to the impact that you've had on them. I feel like this person may frequently talk about you, or they may frequently reference something that you said or did, and this is actively keeping you in their present moment and a regular part of their routine. I also think that this person may have received words of wisdom from you, or they may be seeking advice from you, because there's this energy here of mentorship with the Hierophant, of gaining wisdom and perspective. And I can't help but feel with this Hierophant, like this person feels as though you have a valuable insight to offer them, and possibly vice versa. They may feel like your connection is mutually gratifying due to the fact that you can both offer each other a lot of insight and wisdom. But regardless of whether, one person is more experienced or not, I think that this person expects to gain more from this connection and expects to see you more. The thing about the Hierophant and the Chariot is they're both energies that reflect the present in one way or another. The Chariot reflects the present in that you have to address the situation for what it is in order to take action as it is. And the Hierophant reflects the present in that you have to be practical and realistic about what is going on to be able to seek wisdom and knowledge appropriately. So there's this energy here of them holding on to you because something has shifted in their present, and they're hoping to be able to spend more time with you. They're hoping to be able to make the most out of time with you. And they're also hoping that you'll be able to fit in to these plans, especially if they haven't communicated it with you. Now, for the Seven of Pentacles to be reversed, it almost feels like things have really changed in this person's life, to the point where they may be even starting fresh. The Seven of Pentacles is essentially about uprooting. We're having to uproot the previous progress we were making because it's no longer progressing for us. And so I feel like this person's material world has changed in some way. Their circumstances have changed in some way. Either their career has changed, their living situation has changed, or they may just be dealing with a whole new sense of priorities and their lifestyle has completely changed. I do think that when it comes to this connection, the Seven of Pentacles reversed is a reflection of impatience. They feel as though they've left things too long, and they're still holding on to you because there is history here, but there is an acknowledgement of, wow, things have really slowed down, and I don't know if group 3 is even waiting for me anymore. And so this is where they question the way that you see them, and they question whether you do see them in a positive light because your opinion of them matters. There's a lot of question marks on their end, but there is also a lot of optimism. There's a lot of hope that if they were to resurface, you would receive them quite well. So let's have a look at what the outcome is now between the two of you. What is the outcome between group 3 and this person, Spirit? What is the outcome? Okay. We have the Five of Cups upright. Emotional changes. We have the Ten of Cups reversed. We have the Nine of Pentacles upright, and we have the Five of Pentacles at the back of the deck. So the outcome of this connection is change. It's inevitable. The Five of Pentacles with the Five of Cups indicates that this change is going to be on a material standpoint as well as an emotional standpoint. In terms of material changes, it seems that there is going to be a physical action that is taken that solidifies some sort of distance between the two of you. One of you or both of you have actively chosen to pursue success, goals, and interests that are going to naturally cause you and this person to drift apart. And while this may lead to feelings of disappointment and loss, it is also offering you the chance to gain a sense of closure. The ultimate fulfillment that you will experience in this life is not solely associated with one individual, but your spiritual team is reminding us that we do need to be open towards experiencing joy in many different ways. And what I can see with the Ten of Cups reversed in the middle of your spread is that this connection is not your be-all end-all when it comes to connection, fulfillment, joy, happiness, love. There is more coming. And in order to accommodate for that, you have to make sure that you're not holding on to things that are ultimately ending. I do see an ending in this connection. It doesn't have to be permanent, but it also is a reflection of the fact that this person is not the only person on earth right now who can give you a sense of belonging, connection, love, and support. You're going to have all of those experiences with other people. So the outcome of this connection is a change of heart with the 5 of Cups, a recognition of how the physical challenges are actually opportunities for you to evolve and gain that sense of connection, support, love, and warmth that you need and you deserve in your present. I do see with the 9 of Pentacles, you will experience material success and independence and security. And it could even happen in a way where you receive some sort of inheritance or promotion to solidify that the path that you're on is the one that will lead to success. It seems the universe is trying to provide for you physically so that from a place of security, you're then able to deepen your connections and your emotional connections. But we have to take care of you physically first. So the outcome of this connection is you focusing more on yourself and gaining that sense of independence, really tapping into your feelings of security, making sure that you don't need anything from anyone. And therefore, when you do welcome people into your life, it is purely because of how they make you feel. You're not holding on to them because you're afraid of losing things, because you already have everything that you need. You're choosing your company based on the way that they make you feel. And therefore, your company is a reflection of people who make you feel more joyful, more happy and connected to your present moment and fulfilled. So there's a true sense of self in this spread. And this connection is a reflection of something that maybe you don't necessarily need anymore. Let's get some advice from your angels. Spirit, what does Group 3's angels want to say to them? What does Group 3's angels want to say to them? Okay. We have astral travel. This card says vital force, information, dream time, soul travel, astral travel. It's very interesting, this card. We can see a spirit up here in the sky, whether that is the collective spirit or a specific spirit relevant to this person. The spirit is very happy, and this person's energy looks very open. There's some sort of light exchange between them and a glow below the spirit. Vital force, information, dream time, soul travel. Your angels want you to know that you can ask them for support, guidance, and clarity whenever you really need it. Don't be afraid to open that communication between you and your angels and address them for who they are. Say, it's kind of like praying, but if you're not a religious person, communicating with your angels is about addressing them first so that you know who you're talking to. This is a way of protecting yourself as well, to ensure that you're not opening a channel with an unknown entity or spirit. So you say, angels, my angels, I need more information. I need more clarity. And if you want to kind of be more specific, I would recommend talking to Archangel Gabriel, as he may be able to offer you clear knowing as well as clear communication. Archangel Gabriel could be very helpful in that way. I'm also hearing Archangel Uriel. I don't know too much about Uriel, but he's coming to mind, so it might be helpful to look into Archangel Uriel and to really harness his specific skill set. The angels are one step closer to Source, to God. So communicating to them is about gaining that direct access to the all-knowing spirit. But information is really important at this stage. And you guys have to be careful about over-consuming information, because that is what can cause confusion as well as hesitation and distraction. You already know what you need. The information that you need will always find you. And if you are confused, you need to ask for the answers and you need to be willing to receive them. Sometimes we don't always hear what we want to hear, but we hear what we need to hear. Always, we hear what we need to hear. Vital force is reminding you of your resilience, of your power, of your energy. We control the experiences that we have through our reactions. We can't control the way that other people experience things or choose to react. But we decide how we're going to move forward. And it's really important that you don't lose hope and faith in your vital force, in your ability to gain control, and in your ability to persevere. You are stronger than you could ever possibly imagine, and you're more powerful than you could ever truly understand. Your mind is your greatest weapon, but your resilience is apparently key to how you get through this and how quickly you can evolve. Dreamtime and soul travel makes me think that you do need to protect your energy, because you're very susceptible towards interacting with spirits and energies unknowingly. You guys seem to be an open nerve, and your angels are encouraging you to pay attention to your dreams and to pay attention to how you feel. If you're waking up feeling more tired, you're an open channel and you need to protect yourself before you go to bed. You can say chants or prayers, asking your angels to protect you from any negative energy, spirits, or entities. And when you wake up, you can ask your angels to protect you again from any negative entities or spirits or energies. You guys seem to be very connected to the energies around you, and it may be time to consider how certain people make you feel after you've interacted with them. There could be energy vampires around you who either knowingly or unknowingly are zapping your energy. And once you've addressed that, I also encourage you to consider your consumption. The foods that we eat deeply impact the way that we feel and the energy levels that we possess. Eating food that makes you feel energetic is really important. And it's going to be different for all of you. This is a general reading, so I can't say that, this specific food group is going to help. But pay attention to how food makes you feel, how fluids make you feel, and stick to what makes you feel energized, rested, hydrated, and ready for the day ahead or for the night ahead. That is what I'm seeing for you, my group 3s. I'm going to end your reading here, and we'll go into your extended now, where we will focus more on this person's energy. We're going to have a look at their thoughts, their feelings, their intentions, their regrets, and their next actions. If you need these additional messages, the link to your extended reading is in the pinned comment as well as the description box. Keep in mind that link takes you to my website where I host each group's extended readings. So please make sure you click on the right group. Remember your group 3 of the Who Is Still Holding On To You reading that I posted in October 2024. What a ride it's been. a very quick yet slow year all in one. It's been an absolute pleasure to read for you, my group threes. Thank you for your time, your energy, and your support right here on YouTube. Until we meet again, I wish you peace, prosperity, abundance, happiness, health, wealth, success, and joy on your journey ahead. Look after your beautiful selves. Bye.